let's go to the second game of the on the Saturday slate. The Giants travel up to Philadelphia. Giants are trying to beat the Eagles for the first time this year. Eagles are 7.5 point favorites. It's 6:15 on Fox. Total for that game is 48. I think a big question going in is just by listening to and reading what Nick Sirianni has said about the health of Jalen Hurts and Lane Johnson. Doesn't sounds like they're both going to play, but neither of them are 100%. How much of an effect is that going to have? Are the Giants able to duplicate what they did to the Vikings offensive line? And I think if for the Giants to have a shot in this game, they're going to have to control the ball. They're going to have to hold the ball for 35, 40 minutes, turn this into a passing game for Philadelphia, see how good of a passer Jalen Hurts actually is. And it's tough to beat a team 3 times. So I think another thing too is I think it's important that the Giants play with a lead, play from in front where they're able to control the clock, melt that clock down, and make it tough on the Eagles and see how healthy Jalen Hurts is.
Well, I think for me, it's just, Philadelphia, they led the league with sacks this year. I think they had 70 as a team, and they had 3 or 4 guys in double-digit marks. If the Giants can keep Daniel Jones upright, and, Evan Neal, he's going to have a tough night as a rookie out there at right tackle. He's probably going to be on an island. I imagine the Eagles are going to send Hassan Reddick on him all night. If you can't keep Daniel Jones upright and he's constantly getting pressure with his Eagles front, it's going to be a long night for these Giants here, because I trust Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni to get these Eagles scoring on offense, because the Giants defense, I don't think, played that good last week when Kirk had time. And the Eagles, they have the best offensive line in the NFL. And I know Lane Johnson's banged up a little bit, but with everyone else they still have on there, Jason Kelsey and the guard whose last name I can't pronounce, but starts, with last name with an M, Landon Dickerson. This Eagles front is nasty. And I think they're going to give Jalen the time. And, this bye week is going to be big for what they needed. And then if he's got time, they're going to get things rolling, and they should be able to beat the Giants pretty easy, kind of like what they did in Week 14, the last game Jalen played beginning to end when he was himself.
I think the Giants almost have to do opposite of what they did versus the Vikings in order to win. Where versus the Vikings, they passed almost every time, and when they ran it, they could. But really, what their goal was to pass the ball. And I mean, who the hell wouldn't versus Vikings? But they're going to have to run the ball versus the Eagles, and Barkley's going to have a hell of a good game. Like, he ripped the Vikings whenever he touched the ball, essentially. But he's going to have to step it up a notch, because Daniel Jones isn't going to have all day to throw back there. He's not going to have as many open receivers as he had last week. But if they can contain, or I should say, if the Eagles can contain Jones in the pocket and just hold Barkley to minimum, like, I don't see how they don't win.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I said, they're going to have to Giants are going to have to hold the ball for 35 minutes.
And in those 35 minutes, they're touchdowns, not field.
Yep.
Like on Sunday, they had that 120-play drive that ended in a field goal. Well, every other drive that had ended in a touchdown. But if you start kicking field goals against this Philadelphia team, you're not winning games.
Especially in Philadelphia.
Especially in Philadelphia. When, the Giants are feeling good about themselves and people are talking back about the Eagles because they haven't, played well since that Bears game when Jalen went down. But, that's not their fault that they threw out the last time they played a minimal game plan against the Giants and got up 19 rip on the backups and took the foot off the gas. And what, the Eagles' first home playoff game since, 2019 when Carson got hit in the head and it kind of took the air out of that stadium?
I suppose, yeah.
Seahawks, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so that crowd's going to be fired up. Who knows? There's going to be a lot of beer thrown at Giants fans.
A lot of double middle fingers, too.
Yeah, a lot of double middle fingers. And what hopefully is an entertaining game. anytime those two, well, probably back in the '80s more so when they matched up, it was going to be fireworks. But recently, because the Giants haven't been very good, it hasn't been much of a series. But